Hello, teacher. I hope you're doing fine. This is my lab 3 assignment for computer networks. So let's get started. Here I have the Omlet INI and the configurator D. Um, Here I have the simulation for step 10A. So here we can see that we have seven AODV routers. Um, each one has a range around it. This range is the communication range. Why do we have communication range? Because as we can see um, in the configurator in the step A, we have the transmitter power. It's 1 milliwatt. So because it's 1 milliwatt, the range is only like this. Sorry, the range is only like this. Like it has this range for each AODV routers. Um, and between, like, for example, host 1 and host 4, we have a route. Um, so what is happening in step A, basically, that we have, as we said, the seven AODV routers, and each one has a communication range around it, uh, which is determined, as we said, by sorry, uh, by the radio transmitter power, and we can realize that the arrows are are all inside the range of the AODV router. So like there's no arrow between host 1 and host 2Y because it's out of its range. That is the point of this step. So let's go for or let's try to run it first and end it. Okay, and get the results. Let's switch to step 10B. So in this step, we removed all the arrows between the AODV routers by using this code. Moment. Here, configurator add static routes. It's false. That's why we don't have arrows between the AODV routers. Because we want to use the dynamic routing protocol. Um, that's what we are going to do in the next step. When we use this protocol, we use configurator to configure addresses only. And updating the routing table is done by dynamic routing protocol. So let's run this simulation. Nothing is happening right now because we did not apply the dynamic routing protocol yet. So let's end it and get the results for later. So let's go for step 10C. Okay, so here the routing tables are set up by AODV dynamic routing protocol. So we are using the dynamic routing protocol. And what will happen in the simulation that we will send ping from host 1 to host 7. Okay. So we need why are we sending the ping? Because we need the ping to set up the AODV because AODV is a reactive protocol. So it is required like the ping is required to set up the route between the host 1 and host 7. Okay. So let's run the simulation here. Okay. So the end result that we can see that there's routes between host 1 and host 7, and there's no one between host like for example host 6 and host 2. Why? Because the unsend root will expire after a while. That's why we don't have routes between host 6 and host 2. Okay, because it's not in the path between the host 1 and host 7. That's why there's no routes between host 6 and host 2 and host 2 and host 3. Okay, so let's get the results here. Okay, now we can close this. We will go here, see the results. Okay, so let's start with the step A. Okay, we'll go for to browse data and packet send. Let's see the count. Here we must see nothing. Let's see. Yes, there's nothing because nothing was happening in that step. Let's see step. Sorry, not this. Uh, Step B. Let's see the results. Here it should be the same for the last step. Packet send. There's no results because also there was nothing that is happening in this step. Let's see the, sorry, not this. Let's see the step C results. Here we should see the results because there was something happening in this step. Okay, as we can see, the results are here. Okay, so now let's, I've copied, like, let me just open the simulation again. Okay, one sec. I want to run the simulation again. So here in step 10C, after we run the simulation, we have this like information here. I've copied the informations when the routes were like established between host 1 and host 7. So let's ask ChatGPT some questions about those data to analyze them. Sorry. Oh, wait, I've lost the data. So I will come back again. Okay, back teacher. So I've like copied the data from here, and let's ask ChatGPT some questions about it. Like for example, which line that host 3 and host 5 update their routing tables from this data. So let's see the answer. It says for host 3 it's this line, and for host 5 it's this line. So let's ask it another question, like for example between host 3 and host 2. What about host 3 and host 2? So this is the line between host 2 and host 3. Let's ask it one more question. For example, between host 3 and host 6, what about